All right, guys, working on installing my front bumper brackets. So here, I've already installed one here, and we've got 4 bolts on the inside, and they do a combination install with your front lower fender part. So you got the 2 here, and then 1 here and here, which hold the actual bracket together itself. And then so for the other side, kind of started just a little bit. So I've got the 2 in the back there already, and then I got the fender on, so right now it's just loose. All right, so you want it loose just so that you can move around back and forth, up and down, to line up the other bolts. So the back 2 here are shorter bolts, and then the front 2 that hold the bracket on are longer. So here's your usual bolt there for the back 2. And then you've got a longer one here for the front. I do not believe these are my original front ones, but they'll work just fine. I think my other 2 on the front passenger side are original, but these aren't. I had to get something that would work, and those were pretty good. Again, so you need the two longer ones for here, and the 2 regular shorter ones for here. And then for installation, this side here, my holes, they line up pretty good. But my front side here, there was always a little bit of damage to it, and so it was distorted a little bit. So I had to get this little pry bar and pry up one side and line up the hole, and then get 1 bolt in, and then tighten that down, and then lined up the other one. So your inner fenders may not line up right, but you may have to fight just a little bit. So it took me about maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes for that side. This side shouldn't be taking very long at all because the holes line up pretty good. All right, once you get those in, still kind of leave it loose, okay? Because you've got a nut here, and then one right there, like that screws in. And those require these 2 here. Okay. And so that will pull this in this way. We'll get those in. All right, so we got those 2 in. We got those 2. Those are the longer ones. And then the 2 in the back. So again, this is still loose, just a tad. So that when you go and tighten it up, you just want to make sure everything lines up. Okay, you get your gapping, so this edge here lines up. And then you got a smooth transition here, and that pushes over. And so then I left this other side loose too as well, here. So I got to close this gap up. Okay, and so that tighten the bolts here, and the whole thing should kind of snug up together. And then I left these loose too here as well, to give this whole thing a little bit of give. And then as I tighten everything together, I'll get all these other bolts. So I even left these here loose a little bit here on the fender and the hood latch, and then hopefully just squeeze all together. All right, there we go. That lined up pretty good. And then the other side, lined up right. And then up here. So as I tighten these, I tightened the hood latch, frame, and then the fender, tighten these up in here, and those, and then to get that spacing, and just play with it back and forth. The hood, you line up the hood too as well, but that's a whole different story. But there you go. That's it.